these wild, extravagant parties that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars were not parties at all. They were just a ruse to find sex assault victims for the new Diddys. Listen.
The fabulous parties with fabulous people might have been a cover for something sinister pre-planned by the Alexander brothers. Each of the three brothers has been accused of forcible by at least 10 women. All three indicted on federal charges of sex trafficking, while the twins, Oren and Alon, are charged with sexual battery in Florida. The Alexanders have denied the allegations in the civil cases, and their reps have previously gone so far as to suggest the accusers were trying to shake down the brothers.
You know it's JEJE vibe, vibe.
It's JEJE vibe.
Can you feel the vibe? Feel the vibe.
It's vibing.
You know. I got the amazing queen with me.
Thanks, my love.
Today we gotta talk about the freak-offs that just keep happening. The new Diddys. Three brothers. The Alexander brothers.
Hey, they call themselves triplets, even though you only have one twin and a something months older brother.
Like crazy. They call themselves triplets. These brothers are called the new Diddy. And the freak-offs continue.
Converse, same as the first. Do I have to say deja vu all over again? Why the real estate bros are called the new Diddys? Same thing. Now, they called it fabulous parties. Diddy calls it freak-offs.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled
They all
the sex
start with
performances,
Fs.
which he called freak-offs. And he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs.
The comparison between the real estate bros and Diddy are inescapable.
They are. They both are basically using their power and influence to allegedly drug and women. However, the brothers have been doing this, I think, longer than Diddy, all the way tracing back to high school. I think they were encouraged to do it with their lifestyle. They have been described as being very aggressive, very bullish, very attackive when it comes to working in business. And also you have people from their high school years who are coming forward saying that they did it in high school and people were scared. Everybody in the community was scared to speak out because they had so much power. They had so much prominence because they had so much influence. And the same goes for Diddy. He has so much power and so much money. People don't want to talk out against him. People are scared that their careers are going to be ruined, that they're never going to be.
This is crazy.
Crazy. So they're bullishly violating women's now.
Crazy.
The word bullish. Really?
Like crazy.
Unruly human beings.
And they've been doing it since high school. Wow.
Back into the music industry, that they'll be blacklisted from certain events. And I think the same is true for the brothers from Miami all the way to Florida. People are scared of not being believed. People are scared of having their lives ruined. They're scared of accusing men who have so much power and so much money.
The indictment also alleges that in advance of these events, the Alexander brothers and others procured drugs that they agreed to provide to the women, including cocaine, mushrooms, and GHB. As we allege, these drugs caused some of the women to be physically unable to fight back or to escape.
Crazy. The Alexander brothers were causing havoc in Miami, going about assaulting women with their power and influence, creating parties and inviting these women on from social media sites to lavish luxury parties. And now the feds are coming for them.
Yep.
The Alexander brothers, the so-called real estate bros, rolling in money, also called the new Diddies, all of their trouble started, well, it really started all the way back in high school when they're accused of sex assaulting women all the way back then. But the current day problems, i.e. their charges, all started when one woman spoke out. According to prosecutors, the rapes and sex assaults had been going on for years and years and years until this woman spoke out. Listen.
The Alexander brothers' fall from grace begins when The Real Deal reports on damning lawsuits brought by alleged victims Kate Whiteman and Rebecca Mandel. Whiteman alleges the brothers abducted her in 2012 and brought her to a Hamptons party palace in Watermill, Long Island, where the brothers allegedly dragged her into a large bedroom where she was sexually assaulted, abused, pinned, groped, harassed, battered by Alon and Orrin Alexander.
Isn't it amazing, Lynn Shaw joining us from Lynn's Warriors, how it only takes one person to stand up and be counted, one person to speak out, even though they may be afraid, for the whole house of cards to fall down.
Yeah, but we have to educate everybody that we will give you safety. We will give you guardrails. We will stand next to you. That is what I'm hoping all of these dirty ditties and this Alexander Brothers crime family will bring more public awareness. Again, watering down to, maybe that teen that lives in the Bronx or something like that, that they can come forward. We will take care of them. But I want to point something out. There is so much video evidence here. And I want to go back to what happened with all those videos where they upload it to porn sites. Was there millions of dollars? Because we do a lot of work with this.
Wait a minute, Lynn Shaw. Hold on. Wait, Lynn. You're exactly right. Straight out to Christina Awayo joining us, news anchor, investigative reporter. What are these so-called trophies of the real estate bros that have just been revealed?
Oh my.
Yes, well, it's one thing to have a witness testimony, right? But it's an entirely different situation when you have video evidence, as we just saw with the Cassie and Diddy situation. Prosecutors and investigators raided Tell Alexander's Manhattan apartment, and they found a hard drive filled with pictures and videos. They're saying in these videos, of course, there's the quote unquote orgies or the sessions where alleged is happening. They are saying that women can be seen highly intoxicated on alcohol or maybe even drug. They're saying they're seeing in these videos where the brothers are physically manipulating these women's bodies to have sex with them. And most of the time, they're saying these women do not know they're being recorded. There's this one incident that they explain that a woman and a man are having sex in a stall and another person is recording over the stall with a camera. And when the woman sees it, she protests. She says no. So it's going to be pretty difficult. For whatever reason they kept these videos or they have these videos, it's going to be difficult to defend this in court.
Wow.
Christina, you stated that one of the videos was taken over a stall. What?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So a man and a woman were having sex. It didn't detail if that was forced. It didn't detail what that was exactly, but there is a third person who is holding a video camera up over the bathroom stall where the woman and man are inside of that stall having sex. And the woman sees the camera. She tells them to stop and they don't stop. And that's what prosecutors are saying. They're not listening to these women. They're manipulating their bodies and they won't stop when the women are asking them to stop.
Trophies.
This is crazy allegations.
Crazy.
The deviants are still out here creating
Performing freak offs.
and collecting souvenirs. I don't know what's up with these people. I don't understand. I guess it's going to take cases like this to get all these people off the streets from destroying people's lives. So the Alexander brothers are saying they're innocent. They're coming out to say they're innocent.
Why does this sound like a movie, a Wild Wild West movie title? The Alexander Brothers, the bandits.
Crazy. These people have been creating havoc
An alleged victim breaking her silence after she says she was attacked by 3 brothers. All 3 now stand accused of sex trafficking charges as more details about this case come to light.
Well, this woman said that she held on to this secret for over a decade, didn't tell a soul about it because she was scared that nobody would actually believe her. But now that the brothers are behind bars and going to be facing a judge, she feels comfortable sharing her story for the first time.
It's just in the back of my mind. So it's a lot of trauma, yes.
A dark and painful secret she says that she's held on to for years, now coming to light.
They're awful. They're monsters.
That from a woman who says she was overpowered and raped by one of the Alexander brothers. She was just 24 years old at the time, and 11 years later, others began coming forward with similar stories.
I believed it. The first thing that came to mind when I heard that one of the victims sued him, I said, oh my God. I believe them 100%, all the stories.
Twin brothers Oren and Alon Alexander and older brother Tal Alexander are all charged for disturbing sex crimes in parallel federal and state probes.
On numerous occasions, one or more of the defendants drugged and raped or sexually assaulted women they encountered by chance at bars, at nightclubs, social events, and dating apps.
In this particular case, the victim, now 35, says Oren Alexander pursued her on social media until she agreed to a dinner date and then a party after. She says it was an October night in 2013.
I agreed to go, and that party was located at the Versace mansion, and it was exclusively closed down for him.
She recalls a crowd of men and women at the party, along with Alon Alexander, Oren's twin brother. She says he was naked in the pool, asking others to join him. Then Oren brought her up to a secluded area where things took a violent turn.
We were up there. He threw himself at me. He started being very rough. First, it was shock. I was trying to get him off me and yelling, but he didn't listen. And, the attack went on.
When it was over, she says he casually dressed and strolled down the stairs without saying a word. And now she's learning she was just one of possibly dozens of victims.
The first couple of weeks, just the phone didn't stop, and I was on the phone nonstop. And it started first with 2 people, 3, 6, 10, 12. We're at the point where we're over probably 52 women who've reported to us that they've been sexually assaulted.
Evan Torgan, a New York attorney, is representing other women with similar stories about the Alexander brothers.
Getting girls to come to their apartment on dates or saying that there are after parties when there aren't. There are just 1 or 2 people there. So those are the similarities, and that's the theme that goes from case to case to case.
And now we'll see how this case plays out. Keep in mind, they're saying they're innocent, though they're still locked up. One of them was saying he needs to go and be by his wife's side because his wife is pregnant and she was giving birth to a child.
These details prompting the judge to deny the twins' bond, though Oren had something to say for himself.
Your Honor, my wife is 9 months pregnant, due any day now with our first child. Her family's in Brazil. She's counting on me to be with her during labor.
Their parents and attorney quick to exit the courtroom and declining to comment.
But the judge says, nah, bro, you ain't going nowhere. You and your brothers have some issues to clear up. Not even issues, this is big problems to clear up right now.
The alleged victim says this hasn't been easy. Now she's working with investigators and sharing this in hopes that other women will do the same.
Please, if you can find the strength in you, because that would help a lot. That would help a lot to tell your story.
So big problems for the Alexander brothers. The 3 brothers are locked up right now.
So again, the twin brothers had their bond denied yesterday, but they are going to be back in court in the next hour, facing another state court judge for a hearing. Meanwhile, at the same time, later on this afternoon, their older brother will be appearing before a federal judge. Then all 3 of the brothers are expected to be transferred up to Manhattan to face those federal charges.
It's crazy. It's not looking good.
Nope.
So we'll see how it plays out. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. You know it's JJ Vibe.
Oh, JJ.
See you in the next one.